just letting you guys know you can listen to my No Bleeps podcast anywhere you stream podcasts or on my No Bleeps YouTube channel. Link in the description. Hey guys, it's Billy and welcome back to Sesh. Today we're going to be talking about a bunch of different things. We're going to be talking about the Ace family turning off comments on their most recent videos, Dixie D'Amelio getting shaded by her ex Griffin Johnson, and people saying that Dawson is continuing to manipulate fans. Let's get into it. So honestly, there's been a lot of stuff that has been going on, which is why I want to cover more than one topics, even though it's not a Sunday. But basically, the Ace family has turned off comments on their most recent videos. I talked about it on Sunday, the fact that they've been getting a lot of hate because the Ace family decided to take a family vacation to Mexico, and they posted 2 videos so far, one titled "Bye LA, We're Moving to Mexico," and the other one being "We've been waiting for this." Now, a lot of people were commenting on these videos saying that the two of them, being Catherine and Austin, were acting like because it was 2021, we just entered the new year, that suddenly we were not in a pandemic anymore. They were just acting like it didn't exist. They weren't wearing masks around the facility they were staying at, and people just found them to be super out of touch with what is going on right now. So they are living in LA, but just went to Mexico for some time for this family vacation. And people are like, you came from one of the most infected places right now, and it is possible that you could test negative one day and then the next day you could actually be positive because it might just not show up the day that you tested. So people are saying, it's not very safe to travel right now. You should not be on vacation. And especially living in that massive home of theirs, they shouldn't even feel the need to escape to go on a vacation because there's people that do not have the ability to be living in a place like that still have to deal with this entire pandemic. And so for them to complain that it was a hard year and that they deserve this vacation, people did not find that to be something that they should be talking about. Now, people were also upset with the fact that they brought multiple households together for this vacation. It wasn't just them and their 3 kids, it was their friends and their family that also came along on this trip. So that did not sit well with people, and people made it very clear in the comment section of their video, and they ended up having to turn off the comments on their video, and people flocked to the old videos to comment there. And some of the things that they were saying were basically like, what are you afraid of? Like, clearly, you're doing something wrong if you're having to turn off the comments. And some of the ones in specific were, healthcare workers are working hard to get everyone better during the pandemic whilst you guys are going on a vacation without masks with your family. Yes, I understand that people have other opinions, but this is why the pandemic won't end. There's nothing like taking off with multiple households during this time and then turning the comments off. Turning off comments on the new vid isn't going to change the fact that you're traveling in a pandemic. So I think they're still honestly going to continue to post while they're on this vacation just to turn the comments off, because they said they have a lot more videos coming from this family vacation. Obviously, it's going to be a great tax write-off for them, so they got to make those videos while they're there. But anyways, you guys, let's move into some other stuff that's been floating around on the internet, and that is the fact that Griffin Johnson celebrated his 22nd birthday yesterday, and I'm a little shook at the photos that he posted on his Instagram. He posted photos of him and Josh Richards with his birthday cake that has a male body part on the cake. I literally don't even know if I can show you guys. Maybe I'm gonna have to blur it out because, we're sensitive. We're on a sensitive platform. But he has a male body part drawn onto the cake, and then right under the male body part, it says Dixie. And I don't know if it says Dixie because her name could kind of sound like the male body part. I'm really not sure. I literally posted it on Instagram and on Twitter, and I was like, can you guys please explain to me what the purpose is of her name being on this cake? If you guys aren't aware of the drama between the two of them, Griffin Johnson was accused of cheating on Dixie D'Amelio while they were dating. He's trying to say that he's being painted in the wrong light in that story, and that she was talking to Noah Beck, her current boyfriend, while they were together. And so she wasn't as faithful as everyone thinks she was in the relationship. But anyways, regardless, he has this male body part on his birthday cake and her name underneath, and I don't really know if they're just trying to make fun of her or throw shade at her. The shade is it's not super obvious because I don't know what it stands for. I don't know if they're trying to say that she owns it or she should miss it, or I don't know, you guys, but I definitely want to know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. A lot of people were saying that it's really immature for him to be turning 22 and still be doing stuff like this and have a cake like this and throw shade at her. In the photo that he posted of the cake, like directly, he did not show the part that had her name on it, which is interesting because it's literally in every other photo. But what a mess, you guys. I mean, what else do you expect from boys in like Sway LA, honestly? Moving on, we are going to be talking about Shane Dawson because there are people that are not happy with Shane at the moment because Shane is continuously posting on his Instagram. You guys, like, he posts almost every single day on his Instagram story, and for someone that is still trying to say that they're on a social media break, it's truly just lies and deception at this point. This man is not hiding from social media. He is actively on Instagram. He's just not on YouTube and Twitter, but he is on social media, and people feel like he is continuing his old antics of manipulating his fans and trying to get them to buy things from him. And people felt this way back when the conspiracy palette came out, but at the time, him and Jeffree were literally at the peak of their careers. Honestly, everyone was so like involved and obsessed over them and loved what they were doing so much that people were like, this isn't a cash grab. Shane is genuinely trying to do makeup. Shane genuinely wants to be a beauty guru. And now that we're a little far removed from all that, people are like, wow, like he really made us feel like he was poor, and this makeup palette, if we bought it, he was going to get everything that he ever deserved from the industry, and he was going to get all this money and all this stuff, when Shane was very, very comfortable in his $1 million Calabasas home, and he did not need any, like, he was not poor. That is for sure. He was not poor, but he definitely made people think that. And now people think that he is using those old tactics of getting people to feel bad for him in order to get them to buy his merchandise that he is still actively selling while he's trying to still say he's on this break. He basically posted on his Instagram story saying that his merchandise was on sale, and he said, also, no pressure to get anything at all, ever, but there's a beginning of the year sale on my shop and everything is 21% off. And people feel like every time Shane says anything that has to do with buying things from him, he's always like, no pressure to get anything, and that in itself is somehow manipulative to a lot of people in their minds. They just feel like Shane is trying to do this. You don't have to, but like, you don't have to, but it's like, it's okay kind of act. Like, people think that's an act
to make it seem like he doesn't care about making money, but in reality he really does, because he keeps promoting this.
In general, I think he overall seems like really uncomfortable promoting his merchandise, and he probably feels uncomfortable because things are not right now, even though he's like always kind of had this sort of way of selling things to people. I think like right now it's extra uncomfortable to be promoting something because he's not actively doing a lot, and he's obviously in some really hot water too. I honestly like don't know anyone that has ever been like exiled from the internet and like had all of this mass criticism, and in the meantime they were like, can you buy my merch? Like, that is some serious audacity. He also said, also this year I plan on spiraling a lot less, but I still love this design a lot. Haha. Okay, that's it. Have a good weekend. See you on the island. Because he is now really obsessed with Animal Crossing, and he posts about it literally all the time, you guys. Now, once he posted this and people were starting to get emails from the mailing list of Killer Merch that his merchandise was going to be on sale, people came to Twitter and said, it just doesn't sit well with me that Shane Dawson continues to post on his Instagram story and promotes his merch in a way to make people feel bad, and acts like all the disgusting things that came out against him never happened. Shane Dawson still promoting his merch doesn't sit right with me. Why is Shane Dawson still selling new merch when he is hardly on social media and isn't producing any content at all? Now, this is definitely something I want to talk about with you guys because there's a lot of different opinions floating around. Honestly, I think at the moment Shane is surrounding himself with only people that are truly encouraging him to come back onto social media entirely, like not just on Instagram, because Rylan is constantly going to be there for him. Trisha is hyping him up like no other on her Frenemies podcast. I talked about it, that Trisha is saying that everyone is going to be so ready for Shane to come back, and she's got Ethan Klein supporting that, supporting Shane, saying that people are ready to see him again. And I'm sure Jeffree is also hyping Shane up too, because Shane continues to still show love to Jeffree Star. So I definitely want to know what you guys think about Shane promoting his merch still, even though he's not really on any other form of social media other than Instagram, and the fact that people are really hyping him up behind the scenes. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.